I'd apprehend him.
All right. We are back. So, Bitcoin got a little pump today, and we were looking for price to come up into this area of interest, which it did, and we are currently seeing some resistance at this area. So, I got into a short here, currently still in the short, and waiting to see what price is going to do in the coming hours from now. So let's see what happens. If we reject from here, we can possibly come back all the way down. And as scary as it sounds, it is very possible. And the reason for that is there is a lot of liquidity. So let's see. We have a lot of liquidity in this area right here. A lot of stops that we could run. So what could possibly happen is that we could have a move down to this area of interest, and we could possibly get the bounce from here. This is also our area of supply that we mentioned in the previous stream. So if price were to come down, this is where my take profit tool would be on the short trade. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing here. Let's come down to daily time frame. Let's get rid of this arrow a little. So daily is looking pretty good so far. We still haven't well, we have attempted to push up further and try to reclaim 113,500. So far it's not been successful, and yeah, if you was on the previous streams, you know this is the level that we are looking for in order to solidify this move up as being the bottom. So will that happen? We need to wait and see. But we were prepared to take this short, and currently the short is in play. It could push lower, as well as we could just consolidate up here and continue the move higher, right? So if we go back, we could see it's a pretty well respected area of support resistance. So if that is what you trade, then that basically is your support resistance flip. So price came up, acted as resistance, and when price is above this area, it acts as support. So it acted as support once, twice, three times. So you get the idea. However, I don't trade like that. So I don't use support resistance flips. It is effective, um, but I don't use that. That is not what I use to trade. So we get in this rejection here. We could definitely come back down and visit 109, and that would be our key level from that we had marked out. So we could definitely come back. We could retest the trend line as well as this area of demand that we gave in the last stream. So this is definitely a possibility. So if we come down to this zone here, I will look to add to my long position that I got into at the bottom here. So I entered along here, and this was on Tuesday, this was yesterday. So I'm looking for a little more confirmation up here, and then I will know if I'm going to close out, take some profit on the long trade, because the only profit I took was in this region here, and I have not taken any more profit out. So depending on how price behaves at the top here, I may, if we come down a bit lower and we start to confirm some candle closes below, then I will close some of the long out, and I'd anticipate a move into this zone before we add to the long. So this is what I'm expecting that could possibly happen. Come up to this area, something like this. I'll move up. So if I see something like this, I will add to the long. But if we start breaking lower and we start closing candles below this level here, 111,700, then I would take some profit on the long trade. So and that is for my main account. The challenge account, I closed out all of the position at the top of this move here, and I actually took a short when we came back up. So currently in a short, and because we increased the margin a little, we were able to basically get a bigger lot size. So now we can take some profit, some margin out, and leave some to ride. So when we came down to the zone, I took some profit out. Basically half the trade is out now, and I am anticipating the rest to possibly go down to this area for a long. So if price comes back up, it's a winning trade, and if it doesn't, and we go down, then we basically get more than we anticipated to on the trade. So let's get that trade so I can show you. Alright, so this is currently what the account is looking like. So if you look over here, you're going to see our wallet balance is now at $1.11. So we are definitely up on the account, but this wasn't the case a few days ago. So if we go back to the position history, we would see that we made some losses. So we had lost like 3 cents, 3 cents, then 6 cents. So this is basically where we took most of the beating on the moves. And then the long that was closed today was a 25-cent win. So it was basically a 50% win on the trade. So that's a good win to me. We were risking about I think 5 or 6 cents to win, get a win at 25 cents. Remember, this account is not really for swing trading, because we want to try and grow the account more quickly than and you could do that by basically taking full profits at your areas of interest. So that is what's going on here currently. So currently we came down and you can see where the B is, where it is we closed half of the position, and I did shorted firstly and I de-risked the trade. Price came up and took us out, and when we came back up and I saw price was unable to push higher, I opened back another short and did the exact same thing. Remember, with a small account, your first order of business is to preserve your capital, because without the capital you can't make any more money. So you need to preserve what you have, and that is what we did in the previous days leading up to today. So you would see this 1 cent win is where we came back up and I got stopped out for that 1 cent, and then I shorted again and we closed at the bottom here. And view details, let's see. So we close out the short, and I think so if we go to realize PNL, we took 5 cents on that trade, and yeah, the reason for me taking that is we have a area of demand at the bottom here, and it's holding currently, so it's a good place to take profit, right? I actually was looking a bit lower, but when I see price was kind of holding here, I was like, okay, we need to close at least half of the trade and let the next half ride. So it's better to have some profit than none at all. So that's what we did. So that's currently what's happening with the challenge account. So if we manage to come down to our target, which is around this area, let's see if we could get a price copy price, and then we go to batch, we're gonna edit, and this will be full TP on the remaining quantity. We can net ourselves 25 cents on that move. So full TP would be at that area. However, I'm not going to let that TP be set, because I don't think if it is we are unable to push beyond this, that we are able to push, like come down here for a bounce back up. It may be possible, but I'd have to wait and see when price gets down to this area if it is we are able to hold. And if we are unable to hold, then we definitely come in to take out these lows here and come a bit lower. So if I see price actually coming through the zone, I may add to the challenge trade, and we can definitely get a bigger profit when we hit some of these lower targets here. But we just need to wait and see what happens. So yeah, this trade was given to you all in the last live stream. So whoever is watching, I hope you took it. And yeah, if you saw whatever confirmation that you need to, and you took the trade, then all well and good. You should be in profit and probably already de-risk your trade and waiting for lower prices if it does come. So the next area of business is over here, and that's it. Nothing really changed. We haven't really moved much today. So um, we have to wait tomorrow and see what's happening. I am not sure if we are going to get any news tomorrow, so let's have a look at that. Forex Factory, and let's see, this is today. So tomorrow we have some spicy business at 8:30 a.m. So we have unemployment claims, and that could have some effects on the market, as well as ISM. So we have two times to look out for: 8:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. So these could affect the market and send the price up or down. So maybe we have a quick move down into the zone and then we blast off, or maybe we just continue pumping from here. Anything is possible. But the main thing is that you're prepared for when price comes to your areas of interest and you can take the trade there. So that is pretty much it for Bitcoin. Nothing else to update. There isn't anything I'm seeing here, and no trades really. But if you look at the chart like this, you can clearly see liquidity there. So nothing is going to stop the wheels from sending price down to stop all these longs out and actually hit their buy orders, have it filled, and then pump price up. That is absolutely possibly what could happen. So be careful with your longs. If you're long, take some profit, and yeah, just add back if price continues higher. That's what you need to do. Alright, let's have a look at EAT. Yeah, this is actually not too bad, but it's a roller coaster with EAT for sure. Yeah. So ideally for EAT to be back bullish, we need to take out 4,500. This needs to go. We need to close our forward candle above here in order for EAT to be back bullish. So currently it's a nothing burger, but what I could see happening is that we are getting accumulation in this area of demand. So what I would be interested in if I was supposed to trade EAT, which I'm not really too keen on doing anyway, but if you are trading EAT, then all the power to you. But yeah, I'm not really interested in trading this because it's not very clear. But this is a trade here that you could possibly take, and for it to be the safest possible trade, ideally you'd want to have it below all this, which is not feasible. So keep it tight, and yeah. So if this does play out, like we come back down to this zone, then where can you expect a move? Well, your first order of business would be up here, where we have this area of supply, and if we blow through that, well, you hold for the highs up there. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing on Ethereum. And yeah, that's it really. I'm not too keen on trading ETH because what is this? What is this? Like SFP into another SFP into another SFP. Like, my goodness, that's crazy price. So the safest thing would have been to take your trade, stop below the low and wait. But yeah, you need to de-risk um, when it is you can. So if you had got in here, you would have taken profit up here, and you would have been great. And then you could have taken a short from up here all the way back down. Yeah. So trade ETH with a little more caution than BTC. So let's see if we get that move back down. If we do, maybe we come for these lows, and maybe we just come down to this area, and then this is where we bounce to the upside. So it's definitely possible for anything to happen. So that is basically all I have for you all today. Nothing much has happened, and I think the markets are waiting for all the news to come out tomorrow, and when it does, we'll have a real sense of where the market wants to head. So that being said, trade safe, trade what you see, not what you feel,